I would appreciate that, yes.
Just doing like a sense motive. Is it because he doesn't want to hurt anyone else to know?
Um,
He is saying it in front of Quintessa. You can tell, but he's just standing there. It's hard to read his expression when he's got his helmet on.
What am I looking at?
Quintessa, we would prefer that this stays
You are looking
within our
at
group.
star systems that surround the that are
Mm.
closest to your particular star.
Volcanica.
Your sun is this dot here.
This is a map of the stars.
A
Yes.
small region of space around Volcanica and its system, yes.
This is remarkable.
Quintessa, this information must stay hidden.
He
Cannot go outside.
goes like a weird kata, and he throws his hands up to the side, and like your little dot disappears as there's like countless stars on the screen. There's so many that they're almost like a smudge. Some of the stars form like cloud patterns. It's like a non-learned person might just think that you're looking at clouds.
Pardon me, is Zerth a title or your name?
Zoth is a title.
Zerth.
Those that follow
Zerth.
the great warrior Zerthamon, those that learn and he's kind of doing a kata and casting magic. Those that learn the ways of fighting and magic combined are called Zerth.
Zerth, how many of these worlds do the Githyanki inhabit?
How many are they raiding?
I guess my question is, how many of them are there?
On the prime material, there's likely 1,000,000 worlds. It is the best guess. This is only a part of the sky. He actually does a kata and goes back down so that you can see the orb of Volcanica. Like there's a little like round thing around it that helps you identify the sun that Volcanica is revolving around instead of the others. You do see other
You are
things
here.
floating around. They have for millennia raided worlds. There are countless examples of worlds that they have stripped of every piece of resource, people, animals. They are like locusts. Sometimes they only raid particular cities or maybe even particular places of interest. But when the Lich Queen herself pointed a finger at a world, it was doomed.
The Imperium, most of its existence has fought with the knowledge that their numbers outstrip those of their enemies, that they would eventually win by sheer attrition if necessary. I fear we won't win that way this time.
No.
I honestly do not know. The Imperium and the Githyanki have so far limited their excursions against one another. This world, however, seems to be a grave exception.
The Imperium has crossed paths with the Gith before.
Most certainly. Your Imperium is, and he. Well, I do not have a counting of their worlds. He kinda. And the song gates do connect vast distances together. Their region is mostly here.
I see.
With a smattering over here and here, but your core worlds are all together. No coincidence that they would be considered your core and be close together. Perhaps there was another way that the Imperium found to breach between the distance of the stars and the worlds that revolve around them. You are aware of planetary systems and how they behave around stars or suns.
She looks a little embarrassed because she does not. Or is that knowledge planes?
Arcana, actually.
Oh no, she's. I'm familiar with that. If that's the case, then yes, she is.
The song gates were built, I believe, by a race of beings long before the Imperium existed. There are other Imperiums, or empires, or even very strong countries that have used the song gates to create collections of worlds. They tend to cluster together. It might be in the way that the song gates themselves have been mocked.
I see.
The Githyanki have no need for such portals, although they are learned in such ways of breaching planes. We have already seen 2 ways in which they have entered this world. One, by a portal directly to the astral plane, where they live. 2, most likely some of them have come here via plane shift spells.
Of course. I thank you for the education.
Given that Volcanica, and he points in this kind of in the center of this big blob that he kind of said was the Imperium. There's nothing on the map that actually shows where the Imperium is. He's just kind of doing.
I'm taking his word for it.
Yeah. Curious that they would choose one of your core worlds to visit. There must be a specific reason why. Or perhaps their new emperor has begun to be foolish, or they are actually trying to declare war, which is not a thing that Yankee tend to do. They arrive when they want to. They do not see the people that live upon this world as equals, or even worth telling their plans.
I think
You have to punch them in order for them to act that way. And well, you did, at least to their one disgraced general.
So there's something here that they want.
Cog looks like he knows what's going on. I was like,
In a way, they may have declared war on the Imperium, or perhaps just don't care. Still, they did not threaten the entire country that the city belonged to. Or did they? I am not well versed in the politics of this place.
No, they attacked one city, as far as we know.
He says, well, since your attack, there seems to be... And you notice a bunch of little dots hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
He scrolls a little bit with weird katas. There are at least 3 Githyanki ships within the vicinity of your system, the series of planets that revolve around your sun.
Master, you're saying that this map represents the physical,
Yes.
not physical, I mean, a physical world. What of the astral plane? Could you see through, could you use this to look into the astral plane and identify the ships there?
No.
I understand.
The astral plane is full of dead gods and horrible energies and portals. It is a place where things should actually not be where they are. It is a much more complex place, and it is infinite compared to the finite universe that you've come from.
Question. You are tracking the vessels, correct?
Yes. If they knew that we were doing so, and there is a chance that they would either come here to destroy us, or they know they are being tracked and don't care.
Well, are you tracking their technology? Or are you just tracking? How are you doing it for such? Could you do it for something smaller and identify troops, perhaps?
No. There's a particular, and he looks at you and he's searching for words, aura that their ship's engines give off. He's talking slow like you're...
No, I understand. Like Slake and myself.
I'm afraid I do not understand.
Slake is like myself, but he's different.
You have coal engines here. Pretend that we could track their version of coal engines that fire their ships.
Understood.
A particular technology, again, only one of their technologies, and one that we are familiar with. This at
So we
least,
wouldn't be able to track new technologies.
these 3 ships are of a class that means that they are simply probing. There are small raiding parties, likely waiting for something, have already raided, or are waiting to do so.
This is why technology is a bane upon us.
Well,
Sort
what
of
is
power belongs in the hands of wizards and priests.
Master? I need to understand. When you say a small raiding party, what does that comprise of? How many casters? How many warriors usually? Just so I can, when you're not around, I'm able to assess the situation more accurately.
Anywhere from a dozen to as many troops as you could pack onto one of your Imperial galleons.
And how fast can they travel? From where they are located now, and he points from like one of the dots to where Volcanica is. How long could it take them? Would it take them to get from here to there? To get an understanding of how much time we would have.
There are various speeds that these ships can go. I don't think you understand. The ships can travel as a boat travels on water, but they can also sometimes travel between the planes.
All right, similar to spells.
Yes.
All right.
Which means that those ships can come quickly.
Right. It would be. I apologize for all the questions. I would just like to understand if I'm going to be guarding Volcanica using this map. Then I need to understand what kind of, you said, classes of these vessels and what their capabilities are, so I can at least
First, we should teach you.
prepare.
First, we should teach you how to watch.
Yes, Master.
He glances to Quintessa.
Who's walking around the kitchen?
He was gathering up some stones, and he takes a moment to explain like how planets move around stars, around suns, to Quintessa.
I'm familiar with the concept.
Okay.
I plan on staying here until I actually learn the katas themselves.
Are you capable of sending if you require a return trip or something?
Yes, I can put that spell together. Thank you.
He actually picks up one of like the brass spheres he had and tossed it at Quintessa to almost like check her reflexes. Does she have like deflect arrows or anything like that?
I have to double check that. She very well may.
Roll initiative. Boom. Headshot.
Like Quintessa's a monk, right?
She is monk like. Deflect arrows. Yes, she took that.
Okay, so
excuse me.
apologies. It may require diligence and a great sacrifice of time to continue to monitor the Githyanki movements. More than one. If this temple were operational, there would be shifts of monks that would be observing.
Well, in
do
my
you-
free time,
Do you also wish to learn?
Does she have like more funerals today?
Yeah, she's got some funerals, but you can, with your teleport, get back and forth.
Very well. I would learn if you're willing to teach.
He looks at Cog.
yeah, excellent. The more warriors that are ready to battle the Githyanki, the better.
Okay, Val is just guarding. he
Who's my serious boy?
the Zerth realizes that you're like undermanned, and he's casting aside his own biases for pragmatism. You can tell he would have rather not get the Imperials involved, but it is an Imperial world, so... Or at least a partially occupied Imperial world.
Yes.
All right. So Cog and Quintessa spend part of that week doing katas, basically training and eventually learning how to zoom in and out and move and activate the giant Starfield screen, which is fascinating. You even begin to be able to get it down to seeing the star and Volcanica and all the planets kind of around Volcanica, and you can see those 3 ships are sort of like trailing Volcanica's moon, like they're sitting right behind the moon.
Okay. They're hiding.
Indeed.
They're waiting. They're waiting. Oh, so they're that close.
Yep.
They're like, oh, I thought they were in like the solar
Well,
system.
yeah,
somewhere.
at the star view, it's like, oh, the 2 dots are kind of beside each other, but you didn't zoom in, and no, they're behind your moon.
All right, cool.
Fascinating
That's
to see
pretty
the
cool.
stars, because ever since the eruption of Amalgamons, the sky has the sky
Oh
almost.
yeah, we haven't seen the stars.
Haven't seen the stars in weeks.
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge arcana or a yeah, it would be knowledge arcana or a perception check for something very interesting on the Starfield that Zerth may not have concentrated on. I'm gonna take a quick bio break, and if you guys can maintain the stream.
Okay.
Oh, perception check.
Perception or knowledge arcana? I'm going with perception because that's my better.
Yeah, I got a 9 for Arcana, so
Yeah, it's hard for. One thing about playing Barnabus is all my other characters.
roll like an asshole.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, one thing about playing Barnabus is all my other characters feel dumb compared to him.
Yeah.
And I haven't rolled that 5 is the highest I've rolled. It's a tie with you.
Roll a d6.
I can't roll a d6 on this one.
Oh, she doesn't have. That's right.
She doesn't have that. That's a Barnabas thing.
Crap.
And he can only do it on certain skills. Yeah, well. Is what it is.
Too bad. 32.
Well,
That's not bad. Hey, that's still pretty good. You did good there, champ.
28's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. Rolled like crap. 32 is the highest.
32. Was that the perception?
Yeah.
Okay, who got it?
Cog.
All right, so Cog saw something. He didn't know whether it was significant or not. There's a lot to take in. Give me a knowledge arcana, Cog, to see if Cog knows that this is significant or weird enough to ask about.
Nope, still rolling like an asshole. 14.
14. Okay. So you saw something. Maybe it'll come up at a future time. There's lots there. Like, it's not all stars. They're like nebula and weird things floating around out there that aren't like highlighted in any way. It's something that Zerth overlooked or doesn't think is significant, or maybe just didn't zoom in to a particular region of space.
Damn it! I want to re-roll this. Hey, wait a minute. Do I have a hero point?
Yes, but you're close to begging the stream for a hero point with that.
No, I'm not. Do I have one?
Mark's got
Look,
a fortune. I've got a fortune, and there are no hero points. You guys came out of 3 days of like fighting. So
oh yeah. No, even if the stream gave me one, I'm not going to accept it. I was wondering if I already had one. That's all.
okay. All right.
Well, I wouldn't use it.
We're gonna switch back to conversation while you guys are doing that. I've got here under Thogrim on this week. Get Sunny's measurements. What does that mean?
Can ask Sonny. Fuck, I don't know. Let's see. Give me a sec. Let me check. Thogrim's project.
Was he making
For
robes or something?
Sunny,
there?
secondary ability Druid's vestments. Probably just his Druid's vestment. That's what he's doing. 2,000 gold pieces.
Is Adam still on the stream?
I don't think so. That's the only thing I see. I don't have anything else from. That's Thogrim's project.
All right, I'm gonna highlight that as,
Oh, hold on. Planning. Here we go. For Cog, for the crafting list for Eamon, Barnabus, Eamon personal, Sunny. Hit point nothing.
Why is Thogrim getting Sunny's measurements?
Yeah, that's an Adam question. Craft for Sunny. I don't know what I'm crafting for Sunny. Everything seems to be crafted already. Headband, cloak, and bracers. It's all scratched off.
Did Thogrim just add something into his agenda so he can take a week off because he's tired now?
This is measurements and then 3 weeks of crafting. 3 weeks of crafting. Under here, he's got 50k, 4.5k, and 70. So there's about 71, 72k.
All right.
72k. How many weeks would that be?
There must have been some reason why we wanted to talk to Sunny. I'll try to remember what that is. Sunny is helping out the Inquisition this week by bluffing doppelgangers. He's helped smoke out a few of them with his spells. Barnabus is communing with the gods. We'll keep that one for another time. Eamon is face punch training. Widget has started crafting his own whirligig enhancements. Now we have Amadeus' trial.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the Overlook map. Most of that council's dead. We've got the Darbians that are all in the crowd cheering, basically there to help Barnabus, who's leading the trial. Asher Clydewell is there to witness. So is Scholar Glenn. Eamon takes a break, at least for part of the trial, to, I guess, guard his master. I think we need to go back to Amadeus for a moment.
Okay.
Did anyone go and visit Amadeus in preparation to the trial, or is this all like?
Barnabas would have gone. Just that week of we're getting ready for Amadeus' trial. He would have had. You kind of got to talk to your client.
Okay. Let's go to Amadeus for a moment. So Amadeus, you're in your prison. You've been in prison now for
months.
30 days.
Okay.
You've heard recently that there were some attacks on Overlook. Do you feel kind of bad that you haven't been able to help your companions? They must be busy. You know that they're busy. Like, you convince yourself they mean well, or maybe they don't, but they've got that crazy dragon horde that has screwed up their minds. They're all like running around spending their money willy-nilly. And what is Amadeus's feelings on his companions?
It varies from individual to individual.
Yeah.
He likes Sunny. Thinks he's a little flighty though. Um, very wary of Barnabus. um, and Eamon. Slake, he's still got concerns about because he basically went on a murder vengeance rampage. um, Widget, I think he kind of likes Widget, but grudgingly because he's got that shadow thing going, which is kind of ooky. And Thogrim and Cog. I think he really likes Cog because I mean both lawful. And Thogrim's just I make guns. He probably doesn't like getting shot at with a cannon.
I've never shot you.
You've never shot him. You shot within 5 feet of him with a cannon. That doesn't build bonds of trust.
Don't take it personal. Yeah. Where's
But
that?
over, and he likes Brenos, though he thinks Brenos is hot-headed.
Where are those 3 gems that Barnabas had from the group that went to?
He gave one, went back to the family to get the dwarf resurrected.
Yeah.
And he has the other 2.
And they're on his character sheet?
They should be. Hang on. I think. Oh, hang on. I got a barking dog. I just need 2 seconds. What the hell happened to. Oh, I'm on Quintessa. That's why I can't see anything. Hey, give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay, I got it. All right.
I got it. 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 I got it.
I got it.
I got it. I got it.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, no worries, Mark. I found what I was looking for. Okay, Amadeus has a visitor, and you thought it would have been Barnabas, but instead it's not. He is standing there serenely when the loud and clanking elevator lift stops at your floor. He strokes his own beard. It's Seijong.
What are you? You feeling better than last time we saw you?
All right there, buddy.
He kind of like scuttles forward in like this weird monk stance, and his eyes are wide with delight, and then he blows this stuff in your face.
Okay.
That at first you're like, you can't see, and then the worm thing inside you begins to pulse. Whatever he blew at you caused Gordon to kind of curl up into a ball and roll at the opposite, like the far end of the cell.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I did not mean to intrude.
What are you? What are you doing? What are you doing here?
I am merely seeing how far your condition has, well, progressed. There's something. I don't know. Give me a sense motive, Amadeus. Amadeus is pretty good at this, isn't he?
He's pretty good at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mind you, hang on, I gotta check what it is without. I actually did a character sheet for him with in case something like this happens. Right, it's in the sandbox. Naked Day is 2.0.
Without all his gear.
Without all his gear, I never realized till he took all the gear off and redid everything. Wow, he relies on gear a lot.
Oh, I think every character at this level does.
Yeah.
Your CR goes down by 2, I think, when you have no gear.
Yeah. Where the heck is it?
His movement's exaggerated.
All right, I got a good idea what it is anyway. Because he had a +4, so it'd be plus. All right, That's 30. 34.
He's a bit hard to read. You think he might be happy for some reason?
What brings you here?
I told you. I come to visit you. A curious spot for monk-like contemplation?
Well, it's usually quiet. Ish. Aside from the pigs, you get used to them.
The smell here is a bit more strong than up in the city.
You get used to that too.
Humans are always so messy.
Well, in defense of humans, this is mostly dwarves.
Yes, dwarves are easily distracted by shiny things and traditions.
Yeah.
What have you come to realize in your time here, alone in solitude?
I don't follow what you think I should be learning.
What is it that you think you should be learning?
I'm just here. I came here to get in touch with the five-faced god, and I've done so.
And the five-faced god has accepted you?
The five-faced god has.
Excellent! Excellent! A good choice. The nameless gods do not have, how shall we say, the nameless gods, from my experience, are ones that have transcended personalized form. And because they are not like greater beings walking around judging, they are less particular about who becomes their followers. If you say the right things and believe the right things, you're in.
Well, lucky for me, I guess.
Lucky for us all. So, you have made peace with the evil things that you have done, and you have maintained your personality, and you have avoided madness. And he does this like twirl in the air that you suspect he's got some sort of fly spell on him. He seems overjoyed.
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent.
Amadeus is looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing here?
I see you've got a little friend.
He looks back at Gordon. Yes, just Gordon.
Two friends, I mean. One without and one within.
Yes. I think they were called Aboleth.
Oh, and they still are.
Yeah, that was before I got better.
When we first met, you were incomplete. And now you are symmetrical. You have found your center. Because the symmetry allows there to be a center that is not off kilter.
That does make sense, yes.
Yes? He's looking at you. And how do you feel?
I am at peace, more or less. I have to make up for some of the evil I've done, but I know I can if given the chance.
Yes. After contemplation comes action. You must leave this prison that you've placed yourself in, and grow. You must get yourself ready. You must train.
Well, I would like to, but I don't know if they're gonna let me.
Who, these dwarves? Do not worry. I will threaten them.
That's not nice.
I will apply pressure to their system in a way that a monk applies pressure to pressure points on the body when one is confronted by an obstacle that they do not want in front of them. I will stunning fist overlook.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, that asshole's crazy.
I guess.
And I'll surveil in the Imperium if I must. You will leave this place.
I hope so. I have a lawyer.
A lawyer. A liar that babbles on your behalf.
That sounds like him, yeah.
You have a destiny, Amadeus.
If I can be of good to this world again, I want to be.
Oh, you are very good for this world. I am sure many times you have rocked yourself to sleep wondering, why me, why me, why me?
He just kind of, maybe.
Amadeus. And he's like pushing his face up against the bars. There is an answer to that question.
If you have a real answer, I'd be interested in hearing it.
It is your destiny.
Destiny.
Well, I don't see how this... Look, there's a decent chance I end up hung or drawn and quartered.
Let me show you. Insane. Okay. Confusion. And you realize that 2 spells have been cast on you.
Okay. Stop that. Stop it.
I just inflicted you with insanity. How do you feel?
I don't think it worked. I'm fine.
What about confusion? You should be running around bashing your head into bars.
Well, I'm a little confused, but not like smashing my head into bars. I don't know why that tickles. Makes my nose itch.
You have a destiny. You have found your inner peace. And they cannot make you insane. Child of the lighthouse! Child of the lighthouse! And he's doing this little twirl away.
Okay. All right then. If I have a destiny, then I will fulfill it, so long as it's for the betterment of the world.
Not the world. You are thinking too small, Amadeus. When they come, and they will, they have already begun to bore through the apple of creation like worms.
They who?
The things from beyond. The things that frighten even the gods. The things that this first time he looks frightened. That will not allow me to slumber.
You do need to get some sleep, I think.
I have not entered a draconic sleep in a long time.
Hey, does everybody know you're a dragon? You might want to keep that quiet around here.
It does not matter. You are here. You, Amadeus, will be able to do things that I could never do.
Well, we'll see about that. Okay.
My soul is of no consequence.
Well, it probably is.
My transgressions do not matter, for the result is here.
Okay. So if I get out of here, you'll train me?
When? Yes, train. Oh, yes, tools. Yes. Just because you are does not mean that you will become. Let me think on this. Yes. Yes. We cannot send a knight naked into battle. You must have your tools.
Okay.
He's like looking at you. Disciple.
If you'll train me, I'll be your disciple, sure.
I will train you. It will be my penance.
I'm just thinking, it's penance to have to train him now. He's like, Amadeus just cannot get his self-esteem up. He's a punishment now. Okay.
Yeah, Amadeus didn't quite make his sense motive check, so.
No. I've been rolling like crap all night. Hopefully when we actually have a trial, I roll a little better. Because...
Yes, but you must train. You must confront the evils that are here to prepare you for the ultimate challenge. Those that make the gods tremble and weep.
I'll do whatever needs to be done.
Music to my ears. Thank you, Amadeus. He's like laughing and crying. Thank you, Amadeus. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You are. In the end, my means have been justified.
Okay, Master Seijong. Maybe you should try to get a little bit of a nap in. I seem a little manic right now.
I should try. Mayhaps they will not visit me again in my dreams with such beautiful news. And after this nap, I will rain winter down upon this city until they free you.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe let's see how the trial goes, and maybe you don't have to raid winter on Overlook.
Yes. Yes. I will wait to see if fate twists its wheels one more time. That the banner slips between the cogs, and you are delivered from this pitiful prison.
Okay, well, thank you, Master.
Oh, thank you. He's walking away. Thank you. He's bowing to you, thanking you.
He bows
Yep.
to him. On the one hand, oh, nice to have a visitor. On the other, he crazy. On the other hand, probably the only guy who's around who will train him and can.
That's true. That's true. Amadeus didn't catch kind of some of the hidden meanings of what he said. Yeah, I don't know if Mark does, but
I think Mark does. But...
Barnabas, there's a curious visitor coming up the lift as you're going down to see Amadeus.
Okay, so the last time I saw him, he was an insane dragon.
Yep.
Okay, so he sees him coming up the lift and goes, "Oh shit!"
Eamon pushes you out of the way, the old man.
And does the old man look at him?
Yeah, he looks right at Barnabas. You are the liar that is representing Amadeus in this dwarven imperial courtroom.
Lawyer. The term is lawyer.
Well, I tell you this, lawyer. You will get Amadeus out of that prison, or I will stunning fist the city.
Barnabas looks at Eamon.
Yep.
One of the few times, like, I don't understand what he just said.
Your Imperium too.
All right then.
He like flies away up into the air.
Well, that could have gone much, much worse.
Stunning fist.
Shut up.
That was a dragon, right?
That was a dragon, yeah. Yeah, that was a dragon.
What was it doing here?
Well, the only one I know that he knows is here is Amadeus, so let's ask him.
Okay.
So Barnabas takes the thing down, the platform.
Yep.
So, did Seijong visit you? Oh, I'm sorry. Good morning. How are you? All that. Blah, blah, blah. Did Seijong visit you? Yeah. Yeah. He did. What did he want? I'm not really sure. Said he wanted me to train me and I'd have great destiny, and he was really happy that I was symmetrical and at a center. Okay, so crazy dragon. All right, good. Anything else?
Eamon goes, shit, as one of his horns fell off. He picks it up.
No, Barnabas grabs it from his hand and throws it down the pit. It's for the pigs now!
You hear them squealing down the shaft of the prison.
Anyway, so the dragon isn't going to try and interfere with the trial or anything. I don't have to worry about that. The dragon said he'd let the trial go and he'd give you a chance to get me free. Well, don't know if I can get you free. One of your victims was wealthy, and killing the rich is not a good way to endear yourself to a judge. What we're hoping for is perhaps get you onto the foreign. Well, you know what happened to most of your friends, where they were drafted to the Imperial Foreign Legion. We're hoping to get you moved into there, because most of the crimes you committed were committed during the riots. So you should get the same punishment as most of the rest of the South Wall. Okay, well, I'll leave that to you. Additionally, oh shit, did Widget share with Barnabas that those flies were coming from flies on the wall, or did he keep that to himself?
I'm not sure. If Adam is watching, we could Get a holler from him. Stream delay.
All right. All right. Let's assume he didn't, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, you guys were in the fight. You did see the demon, and then Sonny had mentioned he saw a bunch of flies down there. There might be.
All right. So these flies that have been sticking in your ears and things, yeah, they're coming from like a demon that was around the city. Do you know anything about that? Nope. I just get flies in my ears every now and then.
Yeah, you've killed about 6 or 7 of them over the course of the last month.
Yeah, I got a few. I get one every few days. But you've never seen this demon, this creature. You've never interacted, heard voices from it, maybe. Nope. No idea what you're talking about. All right. Now, when I call witnesses, is there anyone you think I shouldn't call? Call whoever you like. I did what I did. You're gonna do your best, I guess. Yeah, I know I'm gonna do my best, but you don't have to make it fucking harder for me. We're not gonna put you on the stand because you're a terrible witness. Because you're fucking monstrous looking and no one likes you. The cage doors get gripped a little tighter. However, some of your friends speak very highly of you, so we will be calling them to the stand. And who is this? Sister Lavinia? How do you think she'd respond if we brought her to the trial? Do you think she's gonna side with you? She's gonna say what she says. I don't know. She seems nice. I suppose for them sorts. But also, what was the name of the priest who took your confession? Oh, Father. Mark doesn't remember, but Amadeus would.
Oh, he was the doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Now, was the sister there for the entire confession? No, I don't think so. I think she left at some point. All right, no, that's good to know. Is there anyone you think we should call? No, you do your best, and I guess you could call. Hey, Thogrim and Berno's probably a good standing in the city. They probably won't give you a hard time.
Priest Grovalt was his name.
Priest Grovalt. Okay. Grovalt. Right, that's what I thought. Barnabus is making notes. All right. Well, just to let you know, everything is well in hand. And you'll be out of here in no time. Oh, fuck, it stinks in here. How do you live with it, honestly? Oh, fuck, it stinks.
Remember, the prison is like a shaft with the cells along the side, and then down below there's this big, basically a giant pig pen where pigs are living off of the sewage and whatever gets thrown down there. There are pipes that kind of open up, and there's like raw sewage from the waste from the places above running down the walls into here. So there's like liquid waste.
No, I'm done. We're done. We're leaving.
It's like living in a field bed.
I'll send you a sending if I need any more questions. This is ridiculous. Oh my fuck.
Eamon just gives you a nod and bangs on like this metal plate to to get the folks to start cranking you up. Are there any parting, are there any parting words as the elevator goes out of view for Amadeus?
No, just a bending down, like thumbs up, like
Okay.
all why.
All right, Amadeus has things to contemplate. Barnabas, you return to the trial. I don't think we're gonna do like a fucking
You're not gonna
episode of Law and Order.
No.
I don't know if I really want to do that.
Oh, no problem.
What I do want is Barnabas's profession lawyer check to kind of show that over the course of several days, how well does the trial go?
May I spend a mythic point?
Yes,
on this
the Darbians, because you're not adventuring at the same time you can. The Darbians are also giving you a +4 as they auto aid. And then Scholar Glenn, he's part of the Darbians. Probably I've got dupes. And you said a number of people were acting as witnesses, so I think Thogrim is at the trial.
Yeah. Thogrim, Brennos.
Witherking's giving you a hero point for a +8.
Oh, sweet.
beforehand
Thanks, Wither.
or a reroll.
Let's get everyone who is at the trial for Amadeus into this building. Did Cog and Quintessa come back for the trial?
I don't think
Yeah,
Quintessa's gonna.
Cogwood. Cog's a friend of Amadeus.
Quintessa, I don't think has met Amadeus, so I don't think she's going to attend the trial.
Okay. It is the trial of the mercenary band that you technically are now part of.
Yes, but also she's a countess and doesn't want to give the appearance of like she's trying to sway anything by appearing there.
Okay.
Okay.
So do I have all the group that is there? Are there any of the other members of the? Is Widget at the trial? Is Sunny at the trial?
Sunny'd probably be there.
Yeah. Why don't we put Sunny there?
Is this after the? He might contact. Could he contact the other group to try to get somebody else to show up?
Who's that?
Barnabas, because this would be after the group has.
No, they're in the field, so. I don't
The other group's in the
Okay.
field. They are literally in the field with fighting the fungus right now
Oh, okay.
from the other group. Unfortunately, none of the character witnesses from the other group. Not that Barnabas thought about it. He doesn't want any of those character witnesses because they were all convicted as robbers and looters.
Yeah.
They're
all- They're all guilty.
Amadeus is a good guy.
They were all offered up by the Southwall district as people to go off to war. He's like, I don't know if I want to bring those people here. Let's find a widget for some reason.
He debated bringing Slake because Slake is technically a dwarven lord of sorts.
Ah,
but
yes.
then he remembered it's Slake will be there, but he's not calling Slake as a witness.
I see.
'cause Slake
Yeah.
is Slake.
Yeah, Slake is a bit much. All right, I need to find tokens for Slake and Widget and Sunny. Overlook. Stick you guys there. All right, am I missing anyone? You said Cog was going?
Yeah, Cog would be there.
All right, last call. Do I have everyone? The trial goes on for several days. The prosecution is asking for execution. Like they're gunning for dangerous criminal, menace to society. They even go down the path of like he's not human anymore. Oh, Amadeus is at his own trial.
Yeah, he probably would be there, yes.
With Gordon hiding, don't ask where. Barnabas, some of the sticking points for you is that you want the same treatment he got, that the people of Southwall District got, as he was a resident there. They did know about him, even though he's received some sort of surgery. He is and was known as the Hunchback of Foundry. That a lot of money has disappeared. There is this contention. While he may not get the money back, it's his share of the Dragon Horde, which is like 80,000 gold pieces.
It was 100,000.
Yeah, is not accounted for.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember.
It's like you don't know where it went.
I'm sorry, Amadeus will likely never find it.
Yep, but
Barnabus in the back of his head is going
and you are also fighting for Amadeus to have his goods returned to him.
Yes.
Whereas the prosecution is asking for any and all goods that Amadeus has, including all of his adventuring equipment, to be liquidated and donated to charity.
Well, we can't have that.
Well, you can.
Gone too far.
Barnabas's contention.
Well, liquidated to give to the families of the bereaved, and then also the remainder to be given to charity. The lawyer that you are the lawyer that you're against is a well-established lawyer. He's actually from, however, Foundry. He doesn't have a lot of local connections. So what are the parts of a legal case? So the legal case would probably be preparation, knowledge of the law, and then execution of the trial, right?
Yep.
So and then there might be some sort of bribery. There might be all sorts of things outside.
Barnabas isn't going to deal with that right now. He's not going to risk his legal career on his first case.
Okay, so we're basically going to make this 3 rolls. The first one has to do with knowledge of the law, and law falls under knowledge local.
Knowledge local? Okay.
Yeah.
Just a second. I can take 20 on that. And I am going to do my thing where I roll. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's knowledge local. Give me a second. Sorry, guys.
Do your thing, man. It's all good.
The Darbians can aid on any int-based check. They do not have knowledge local in this area, but they have been doing prep. So
if they're bards, they can take 10, maybe.
They do have some of the bardic powers. Let me see if they have bardic knowledge. The Darbians. No, they have to select that as a specific ability for their troop.
Okay.
But they do have an int of +7, and with their preparation, they can give you. They have been doing prep, and they give you a +4 to the roll.
Okay, so +4 to the knowledge local, or yeah, knowledge local. Elsier Vale.
Elsier Vale would apply. Yep.
All right, so plus.
Hey, Marty, can you force us to the map,
Plus
please?
12 plus 4 plus 4 from my imp helping, plus
Cute.
hang on a sec, I gotta see if Eamon can help with this. Eamon could help because it's
What about Squawky?
Squawky does help. Squawky gives me a +4. Oh, skills. Elsier Vale, yes. Eamon can roll to assist. Damn it. Plus 6. Actually, if he's got the benefit of books and stuff too, does he get a plus bonus to that?
The +4 is from the prep, the aid from the Darbians, and then which books are you using?
Well, just the research books for this, or no?
Uh,
All right, never mind. I'm just gonna.
yeah, I don't think.
Okay, so we eights. All right, so that's another +5 from. Eamon's actually very good counsel.
I've negotiated contracts.
All right, so we're 52.
He gives you a nod when things when
plus
things are
4
things are
from
good or not.
Darbians, +4 from the imp, +5 from Eamon, plus he's going to use his brain power thing. So another 12 for int, and he's going to spend a mythic point, 20. We're at 60, 65, 75, 77, 97, 117 when I take 20.
Okay, 170.
Every legal loophole is skewered.
D6?
All right.
Oh, plus D6, yes.
Your defense is like this. Defense is like your preparation is perfect. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, so an extra 4 on that. So
121.
121.
Yeah.
Okay. The local lawyer who's really good and has lots of experience in Elsier Vale gets a 38.
Quadrupled it. Tripled it, sorry.
All right, you've got like all these loopholes and things. If they go down this path, this path, this path, you know, Barnabas, with your role is that they're going to go down the path of ascertaining who Amadeus is, and you realize that they actually sent a letter to the Von Arringtons trying to confirm that Amadeus is indeed their son. The Von Arringtons did send a reply back that the prosecution had to share with the defense, that the Von Arringtons have claimed that their son Amadeus von Arrington is dead, and that the Hunchback of Notre Dame is of absolute no relation to their family.
Foundry, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And kind of simple blood biography spell.
Yes, this is one of the things where you have a blood biography spell that has been prepared, and you're going to have a court clerk cast the spell on Amadeus should they go that route.
Yeah.
Effectively, what they're trying to say is they're trying to get there to be no there may be noble leniency towards Amadeus if he was indeed named as a
well, it's also a question of character. He's claiming if he's claiming to be someone, and they're like, no, he's
that's
not.
right.
Like that.
Well, and also being an heir to an industrial empire. So the Von Arringtons are the ones that basically have built the railroads across Volcanica, like they're railroad barons.
Yes.
So Amadeus is actually from a very wealthy family.
They just
and this was like completely surprised to Barnabas. I don't think Amadeus ever talked.
No,
about
he never talked. Not to Barnabas. No.
who they
He would
were.
have been super nice to him.
Okay, but you have this prepared. Okay, the second is a profession lawyer check. So you have deep knowledge of the law. How do you apply it? This is profession lawyer.
Okay. Also plus.
Your prosecution gets 42 on this roll.
Okay. Well, you're gonna get
Lawyered.
blown out of the fucking water. I'm gonna spend another mythic point. Poly auto aids.
The Darbians auto aid on this, so that's another +4 from them.
Okay, I'm gonna check Amen aids. 20 after actually roll this one. So 20 plus 52 plus.
Does anyone get called as a character witness that is part of the party?
Yeah, there's a bunch of characters there that could be.
Yeah, he'd call Thogrim and Brenos.
Okay.
Because Sonny's not trustworthy. Whereas Thogrim, he can be relied on.
All right, finish your
Brenos.
profession lawyer role. I want to hear about the things that Thogrim says about Amadeus.
He carried my cannon a few times. And the defense of Overlook.
Oh, plus 1d6. So looks like 92.
All right.
You crying yet? Is that a tear I see?
What questions are you asking Thogrim? Like, how are you establishing?
So how long? Yeah. So how long have you known Amadeus?
It's a year and a half. It's been about a year and a half that I have known our colleague and fellow adventurer Amadeus.
And how did you meet him? Isn't it true that he and some of his fellows saved you from 3 goblins? Barnabus.
You son of a bitch, says Bredos. Quiet in the court. Oh, the last thing I should mention is that there is a potential friendly face that is on the panel of judges. There are 2 dwarves with great beards and very ostentatiously dressed, and the third person on the court, like acting as judge, is the Grand Inquisitor, as he has assumed a great amount of power in Overlook, and is sitting in between both of these judges. You also saw Sonny casting a spell at one point, and you realized that he was trying to spook out any doppelgangers. There weren't any doppelgangers in the court because they've searched people as they were coming in. Quiet in the court. One of the dwarves. They've each got their little hammer because they're dwarves. And Brenos objected because 3 goblins. One of them threw the wagon with his mind.
It's all right. They were using the goblin tactics and goblin sneaky tactics.
Your Honor, please instruct the witness to only answer the questions asked.
There's thousands upon thousands. But yes, Master Amadeus and his companions did help us retrieve the mode for the cannon shot for the bombard.
He did, and did he try to steal it?
No.
In fact,
did his job well.
Has Amadeus von Ayrton, the defendant, ever acted in any way that you would describe as dishonorably?
Dishonorable? No. Not in my presence. And not in the presence of Barnabus either. He would have mentioned it. Probably would have sliced him in half himself. But he can speak for himself.
And he will. In your opinion, as a defender of Overlook, or potential, he smiles at the jury.
Pops his chest out.
Oh, this is not a jury trial.
Oh,
judges. There are 3 judges that will pass judgment upon this thing.
Yes.
Would you feel safe knowing Amadeus is walking the streets of your city?
Whenever we went adventuring, I'd feel either Brannish or Amadeus by my side. Those were my requirements, at least. And Brannish is like my brother. If he was not there, Amadeus was.
Well, thank you. That will be all.
Okay.
He's a good man!
Brannos does get up there. He I like to set the thing straight to this goblin. One of the goblins is a really powerful caster, and he was throwing a wagon around with his mind.
Very well. But just for the record, it was 3. You are under oath.
Fucking true. the Might I remind the defense attorney, this is the Grand High Inquisitor, that Brennos holds the rank of temporary lieutenant inquisitor.
Apologies, Your Honor. Lieutenant Inquisitor. It was 3 goblins? Withdrawn. Withdrawn.
Brennos is like shooting a look. Last thing you need is Brennos intimidating everyone in the room. No. Alright, so this Brennos is on the stand. Something is happening. There's like a sudden shift in the wind outside, and there's a ripple of unease that everyone in the courtroom, nay, everyone in Overlook, nay, everyone in Elsir Vale, no, everyone on Volcanica feels. The feeling is akin to a drop in air pressure before the approach of a deadly storm, or the faint tremors felt from a landslide or earthquake far away. You're not the only ones that have noticed. The courtroom and the people in the room and the city around you goes unnaturally quiet all of a sudden. Outside in the streets, not a dog barks. In the woods, no birds squawk. Not an animal makes a peep. The street vendors, the courtroom has gone silent as this hush has fallen upon the world. Do any of you here in this courtroom have anything draconic about your being?
Draconic. You... No.
I don't know if I'm glad I brought Quintessa or not.
All right, I'm going to say that there's a 1 in 100 chance that somebody in the courtroom, we'll say 1 in 50, that somebody in the courtroom. Nope. All right, this moment lasts for about what feels like a minute. It's so unnerving that...
Well, Brennos has a sword.
Brennos' sword, yeah. Ooh.
Good call. There we go.
Brennos, while you're on the stand, the sword is growling. It's at this point in time that the disturbance, everyone felt it. Everyone thought something was wrong. Some people start crying. Some people rush out of the courtroom that the court is adjourned for the day. Like there's an early dismissal. Once people are like leaving, Brennos actually draws the sword and is talking to it. Oh fuck! There's like a big horn sound. The dragon heard it.
Where?
It came from everywhere. Quintessa, if we snap over to what Quintessa is doing, is there anything draconic about Quintessa?
She's got draconic. One of her bloodlines is draconic.
All right, so you're training with Zerth Exalius Exalian, checking out the Starfield. You actually braked for a little bit, and you were having lunch with your son when this hush came over, and Quintessa actually hears the thing that is causing everyone to freak out. And I've got a sound clip for you that you can play on your own if you want to know what both the dragon in the platinum sword, Brennos' friend, Riff heard, and what Quintessa hears clearly. And I'll play, hopefully no ad.
fucking badass. Yeah, fast forward. He's like, okay, that's yeah, that's pretty good.
What is
Mother, is everything all right?
You don't hear that?
Quintessa, the noises amongst the horn are those of dragons.
Okay.
It eventually subsides, but you notice that the githzerai are acting weird, and they come running into the room. Did something happen? There's just general confusion. In a quick conversation with Val and Azurth, give me a second. So Val is your son.
Yes.
If he were a sorcerer, he would have what bloodlines?
Imperial and or Gold Dragon.
Got it. Let me just check to see if he's a spontaneous caster or not. Valsorin is a Magus Kensai fighter Gloomblade, so his bloodline is not enhanced enough to have heard what happened.
Okay.
Some noise. A great hush came upon the world. Yeah, it was creepy, says Val. And quickly, Quintessa, you are coming to the realization that you heard something where these two did not.
I must return to my temple. I'm sorry, Master. I must call it a day.
Okay.
And she teleports herself and Val to the node.
The node at Lancelglen?
Yeah.
Where are we? Did I create the node on this? Or is it on the other map? Do you see it in this campaign, or is it in the other campaign?
It might be the other campaign. Overlook. Scene. Oh, there we go.
Okay, you teleport back to the node at Lancelglen. Overlook. It's also the seat of your baronry. Nope, no, not that guy. I want you and Valsorin.
Burby.
You quickly realize that this thing also happened here, and people seem to be more confused than frightened. You are much more frightened as you realize you're the one that heard it.
Okay. She's kind of frantic right now. Did anyone else hear it? Did anyone else hear the dragons?
I'm trying to look for a token. I'm pretty sure I asked you for the name of a servant, like your next in command.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Sorry, I didn't know you were going to teleport here. So, note at Lancelglen, we've got Caleb Red-Green, and I might have created a token for Caleb. Give me a check. It would have been your Master High Weaver Damascus, and then there's Caleb. Yeah, you find some frantic priests, and eventually you see Caleb there. Oh, Silver Countess. Sorry, your county, not your barony.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Caleb.
What was that?
Did you hear it? Or did you only feel it?
There was a great disturbance. No, you didn't hear it. I also have some other disturbing news.
What?
The High Weaver is returned. He's in his laboratory.
Take me to him.
And he makes the sign. Wee Jas, goddess of death and magic. He's frightened. Yeah, the hush made his already frayed nerves even more frayed.
Take a breath. Take me to him.
I warn you that bad things will happen to the congregation should you raise... It was in a missive from the prince.
Understood.
The letter's over there on the table.
She goes, picks up the letter.
My dearest Silver Countess, the Imperial Administrator begged me to spare your time. If you will not accomplish what I want, then I have no choice but to reinstate High Weaver Damascus in our glorious pursuit. Your temple should not have any problems with his new form. Please give him the support that he needs. The sorcerer chattel for experiments will be arriving soon. I expect great things. Your prince.
Okay. She rushes upstairs to see what they did to him.
Okay, it's not upstairs where his experimental lab is. It's downstairs. Tripping over himself is Caleb, and then Val, no one's explaining it to him, so you can actually hear the laboratories in full... there are experiments that are running. You can hear the bubbling of alchemy labs.
Yes. Get that over here.
There's something wrong with his voice.
No, the alembic has to be aligned in this way. How many times do I have to tell you?
Okay. Let's go see it. What?
All right, you step into a laboratory and you can see there's like 3 priests that are working. None of them are High Weaver Damascus, who is a male half-elf of old age. They all look
David
at
Cronenberg body horror shit.
they all look up at you and are just waiting.